Hi everybody, so today I'm going to be doing a lure and tackle video. So first we're going to go to my hard plastics. All of my hard plastics here, like little swim baits, tiny crankbait for like crappie and stuff like that. But everything else is for bass here. I have some jigs and crankbaits and stuff like that. So first let's go for this topwater. This is actually I actually just got this a little while ago. I used it today for the first time. I got a bite, but I didn't actually catch anything yet. So I think it's a good topwater. It walks really well. And then under it, we got a little spinnerbait, $1 Walmart spinnerbait. These spinnerbaits they're okay. I have actually never caught anything on these ones. See, this one still has the packaging on it. I've never actually used this one. So then here's our good spinnerbait. Good spinnerbait right there. These spinnerbaits are really good. My brother actually really likes using these. I am not a huge fan of spinnerbaits. So that's that one, and then right underneath it we have another spinnerbait. Let me grab it. We have another spinnerbait. It's super hard to get these things out. But yeah, it's got this little tail right here, this little paddle. Those are pretty. That one, my brother really doesn't like that one that much. But here is a buzzbait right here. Buzzbaits are pretty good for top water in the morning. They're really weird. They make a ton of noise. They're pretty fun to use though, so they're good. Next, this really weird looking crankbait. This is a crankbait, not a jerkbait. It looks really close to what a jerkbait would look like, but really weird. I've never actually thrown that, I don't think. But then here is a jig. Here's my football jig. I don't have a trailer on it right now because I don't really throw football jigs that much, but still a very good jig, really heavy. And then next I have a pretty good Walmart, like $3 crankbait. It's a square, or it's not a square bill, it's actually just a circle bill, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I've actually somehow caught a sunfish on one of those once. Really weird somehow. This one right here, this guy, that little sunfish bait, it's really heavy, so it's really hard to use in a pond, since the pond I usually fish in is really shallow, so that's really hard to fish. But I haven't really used it that much. It is good though. This actually we found at the pond the other day. It's a really old jerkbait, I think. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go on to my soft plastics now. Or actually, yeah, I'm gonna go on to my soft plastics next, which are right here. Alright, so my soft plastics, we got these little crappie lures right here, since when bass don't bite that good, we usually just will crappie fish, stuff like that. But right here we have these little, I actually don't know what they're called, but they are really effective. Then we have our paddle tail swim baits. Little paddle tail swim bait right there. It's pretty big, so these actually do catch a ton. They work really well. I get a ton of bites on these. And then my little craws. These are good for trailers and stuff like that. These I use for, these are just really good little. They're very small compared to the other ones. These are really good. They swim really well. So you can also use them as trailers. You cut the head off right there, and that's a good trailer right there. So next we have all of our weights and stuff, like our slip sinks and stuff like that. And then we have our big 4-aughts. We have, I think, some 2-aughts in there as well. Get them out. Yeah, so those are 3-aughts right there. We have 3-aughts, 2-aughts. We have a lot of hooks and stuff like that. So I have probably my favorite worm to Texas rig right there. It's just a normal stick worm, really good. Catch a lot of fish on that. I actually caught my largest fish on that. It was like a 4-pounder. So, and then I don't throw these that often, but they're 10-inch worms, really good for summer. Really good for summer. Yeah. Those are really good. And then I have some pumpkin worms right here. Those are very good as well, good for trailers. I usually use this on my Alabama rig. So, those are really good. They are really good color and stuff. So next I have my little, it's like a little finesse worm. But these are really good for wacky rigs. I don't really wacky rig that much, but this would be perfect for them. And then my second favorite thing, probably Texas rig, is just a finesse worm. It's the same color as those stick worms, but these ones are really good action when you try to swim them and stuff like that. So I will actually swim these worms quite frequently. Really good worms. Okay, so we're gonna go on. Actually, I think I have. Oh yeah, so these are. We don't really use those that much. So I think I have. Yes, I do have one in here. Okay, so a lizard bait. This is the Tiki Wave lizard. These things catch so many fish. Probably one of my most effective lures. I mean, I catch so many fish, it's not even funny with this. This is probably our most caught lure. We just catch so many. Like, I think we've caught over 25 fish with those, just with those. Okay, so I think we're gonna move on to my second box of hard plastics. This is a smaller box, so I have all of my good hard plastics in here, so poppers, stuff like that. This is actually my favorite crankbait right there. It's a square bill. This thing will get stuck on nothing. It's impossible for that thing to get stuck. So next we're gonna go to this frog. My little topwater frog, really good. I had to trim up the tail a little bit, or the legs a little bit since they were too long. But I just actually got this a little while ago since my old one was terrible. But yeah, this one is really good. I don't really throw it that much because there's not a lot of moss where I fish. So next we got a little popper. Actually, not a little popper, this thing's very big. The hooks are so sharp. I've hooked myself like 6 times with this thing. Super big. Yeah, this is a really good popper. That's probably my best action popper. So I would try to get these out. Oh, actually, that one just popped right out. Okay, there we go. So this is actually our best. This is a, oh yeah, the spooks. This is a spook right here. This topwater spook, very good, very effective. So, super good there. My brother actually caught 2 monsters on this yesterday. He caught probably a 4 or 5 pound bass, and then a Cherokee bass yesterday. I mean, here's a bigger version of that. Really hard to get off those since they're so big. That's a really good jerk bait right there. It's I think that was like a $8 one, really good. So, and then here is a chatterbait. Good chatterbait too. Yes. Super good, super effective. Very good. I have a lot of lures still to go through. Okay, so here is another square bill. This thing is not as good as the other one. It's like $5 probably. I mean, something like that is really cheap compared to like that one, which was like $15 one. So that one's a very good one as well. So then we have some little poppers, which that popper is, the action's not as well, it's not as good as like that one or something like that, you know, it's not really. Then we have a white version of that. But then a little crankbait. This is a silent crankbait actually. I do not like silence, but it looks like a little shad since its colors are really good. This is a really good crankbait right there. I like throwing it, but not as much as I like throwing this, that one right there. That one's insane. So then I have a little rattle trap right there. Small rattle trap. I have a bigger one, but we actually just lost it like yesterday or so. And then there's 2 little crankbaits meant for like crappie and stuff like that. So that's that right there. So now I can go on to actually my mystery tackle boxes. We have mystery tackle box. I love the mystery tackle box actually. Really good. Usually have a lot of good stuff in there, so stuff like that. Yeah, oh, that's actually one of my other lures came in. So we have, these are actually, I don't think I've ever thrown these. These are color changing baits. So they change according to like the color of the water and stuff like that. Really cool. Really cool baits. There's a lot of stuff that I've never actually seen in here, like just really weird kind of lures like this. This is meant for drop shots, or this is meant for like you know, they're really small. I really never throw these. they're super tough though. These are probably the strongest baits I've ever seen. You can like stretch these super far and they won't break. Probably the most durable bait I have. And this is meant for fly fishing, which I don't know why we actually got these in there. Never thrown them since the stuff I use doesn't really eat that. The stuff I catch doesn't really eat that. So, still very good if you're fishing for, or if you were like fly fishing and stuff like that. So, I think that might be all for this. Oh, look, there's one more. So that's a little crappie bait right there, a little minnow. There's the name of it if anyone wants to. That. So that's a really good little micro lure. So I'm gonna move on to the other mystery tackle box I have. The mystery tackle box I have right here. I think this one's got a stuff in here. Yeah. Okay. So this is the super strong. Whatever. This is the Z-Man. This stuff is so strong. Strongest lures I've ever seen. You can catch like 10 fish and they won't even break. So really good. So I think there's only one other lure in this mystery tackle box. Yeah, there you go. These are the Golden Boy. Or no, wait, what is this? Oh, they're the Curl. Yep. These are really good actually too. They're super tough. Everything by Z-Man is just crazy tough. But yeah, these are really good golden lures. So I have one more lure that I'm going to show for today. It's going to be my swim jig right here, and then I have to show all of my poles and stuff like that. So I haven't thrown it yet since I just got it today actually, but perfect color and everything, really good. So next I'm gonna show my poles, that kind of stuff. So alright, onto the poles. So right here, first pole I have is my Abu Garcia Black Max. So this is a really good pole. 15-pound test on it. I have another popper on there. This is actually my favorite popper, but so really good pole. Overall, I really like this. The reel isn't as good, but I mean this is only a $60 combo, so if you were a beginner fisherman or something like that, I would really suggest this. This is a good pole for how cheap it was. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, so here we go, and it is my Lew's Mach 1 speed combo. So right here, really good. I got deep diving on there. This is my favorite pole right here. It's so good. So right here, reel's really good. Good settings, stuff like that. This is probably, I would really recommend this. I have it on a 7.2. 7.2. It's really good. So I would, for a beginner fisherman, I don't know, like, it's good, but it's also kind of expensive. It's about 150 bucks. So it's a really good pole, but I mean, if you're looking to spend that kind of money, I would suggest spending it on that. And then for my final one is my Lew's Xfinity pole, which I have a jig on there. This is a pro model jig, very good jig. So I have this thing on a 7.5 setting, and I can still cast this thing farther than any other pole. I can cast this halfway across the pond. It's just crazy how good this thing is. It's probably the best combo for under $100. It's only $98, and this thing can cast so far. It's crazy. I have this in a 610. This is like my soft plastic and stuff like that sort of pole. So really good. The color is it's bright orange. It's really cool. But yeah, also 15-pound test on that. So yeah, I would suggest if you were gonna get one of these poles and you're looking to spend under $100, this is 100% the pole you should get. This is such a good pole. I absolutely love this. It's so good. So I think that's gonna do it for this video. So thank you for watching, and make sure to hit the subscribe button.